Hello, class. It's Austin Hardy here again. I'm reading to you guys today Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's by J.K. Rowling. And here we go. Well, I didn't personally have a hard copy. I apologize for, not having a hard copy. I don't tend to, have hard copy books. Mm, but I'm reading off my phone. I got it on ebook, if you can see. But here we go. No, looking at the signs. Cat couldn't read map or sign. Mr. Dudley gave himself a little shake and put the cat out of his mind. As he drove towards the town, he thought of nothing except a large order of drill he was hoping to get that day. But on the edge of the town, drills were driven out of his mind by something else. As he sat in the usual morning traffic jam, he couldn't help noticing that there seems to be a lot of strangely dressed people about. People in cloaks. Mr. Dursley couldn't hear people who dressed in funny clothes. The gas you saw on young people. He supposed this was some stupid new fashion. He drummed his fingers in the steering wheel, and his eyes fell on the huddle of the widows standing quite close by. They were whispering excitedly together. Mr. Dursley was enraged to see that a couple of them were young at all. Why all men had to be older than he was, and wearing a emerald green cloak. The nerve of him! But then it struck Mr. Dursley that this was probably some silly stunt, that these people were obviously collecting for something. Yes, it would be. The traffic moved on, and a few minutes later, Mr. Dursley arrived in the grating parking lot, his mind back on drills. Mr. Dursley also sat with the back to the window in his office of 9th floor. If he hadn't, he might have found it harder to concentrate on drills that morning. He didn't see the owls snooping past in the broad daylight, though people down the street did. They pointed a gas open mouth in owls after owls sped overhead. Most of them had never seen an owl, even at nightmare. Mr. Dudley, however, had a perfect normal, owl-free morning. He yelled at 5 different people. He had several important telephone calls and shouted a bit more. He was in a very good mood until lunchtime. He had thought he would stretch his leg and walk across the road to buy himself a bun from the bakery. He'd forgotten about the people in the cloaks until he passed a group of them next to the baker. He eyed them angrily as he passed. He didn't know why, but he made himself uneasy. This bunch were whispering excitedly too, and he couldn't see Single collecting 10. It was on his way back past them, clenching a large doughnut in his bag. He caught a few words of what they thought were saying. The Potter the right. That's what I heard. Yes, their son, Harry. Mr. Dursley stopped dead, fear flooding him. He looked back at the whisper as he wanted to say something to them, but thought better of it. He dashed back across the road. Hurry up in the office, snapped at the scenery, not to disturb him. Seized his telephone, and he almost finished dialing his home number when he changed his mind. He put the receiver back down and stroked his mustache, thinking, "No, he's been very stupid. Potter wasn't such an unusual name. He was sure that there were a lot of people called Potter who had a son called Harry. Come to think of it, he hasn't even sure his nephew was called Harry. He never even seen the boy. He might have been Harvey or Harold. There was no point in worrying Miss Dursley. She always got upset at any mention of her sister. He didn't blame her if he had a sister like that, but all the same, those people ain't close.